Hello, this is Reginald Andre with Arc Solvers, and we are a cybersecurity and IT company right here in beautiful South Florida. And we have some breaking news for you to let you know. Unfortunately, this one is a sad one. And of course, it's related to some of a cyber attack. OneBlood, which you may have noticed them, they're usually that red bus company that usually is at supermarkets or movie theaters. They have just announced, and they're actually issuing an urgent call to blood donors because they unfortunately have been cyber attacked. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about what we know so far based on some news reports, and more importantly, if you're a business owner, what should you be doing right now, not only to protect your business but to prepare your business. Just like how we're in hurricane season right now, you don't want to come up and be at the supermarket, at the Home Depots or the Lowe's, trying to figure out how are you going to make sure you have your water and the wood for your windows. You want to have all of that in store already. So if anything we can help you with for as a business owner, please let us know, and we will be happy to provide some consultation on that. So let's first talk about OneBlood. Again, they're actually pretty huge here in the southeast area of the United States. They partner with more than 300 hospitals and provide the main supply for the hospitals. And they're saying that this ransomware attack has significantly reduced its capacity. Being a nonprofit, this is really, really difficult because when you see these type of attacks, a lot of times you'll see it happen on businesses. We had the car dealership the other day, and that's one thing. But when it hits a nonprofit, when it hits a organization that is just trying to do good in the community, and something as life saving as blood, it's really, really unfortunate. So they're saying that now OneBlood, they're working with state, federal, city officials, and also cybersecurity experts in trying to remediate the situation. And so let me now give you some insight of typically what happens now. I don't have any insider information, but just generally speaking, the best practices when a company like this has some type of ransomware attack, what they typically now do is they now go in shutdown mode. They shut down everything because you don't want the ransomware to spread, and B, you don't know necessarily how they got in. So now you have to do the investigation. A lot of times that's where forensics, and you have to kind of just see, okay, we have this situation. How did they get in? Where do we patch the hole? Because the last thing you want to do is try to restore the systems and get back up. And then turns out that, you forgot to patch the back door. You forgot to shut the back door. And now they get right back in, a couple of days or a couple of weeks later. So that's why now they're essentially telling hospitals, hey, we need you to now go into critical mode because we cannot guarantee that we can supply you any type of blood for the next X period of time. There may be even a critical blood shortage. So hospitals are now following protocols that they have until they hear back from OneBlood. So another thing that now happens is that these organizations like OneBlood, they have to go to pen and paper. So just imagine your business. You have your Microsoft Windows, you have Word, Excel, you have maybe a special software, accounting software, whatever the case is. So when your system goes down, the processes that you have, the workflows that you have, things that you were depending on technology to do, all of that stops. So in this case, they now have to go pen and paper to now either deliver to process. And when you're dealing with blood, where you just cannot make mistakes, right? You give somebody O positive and they're O negative, or you need to drop pallets of donations to different places. And when your software system that's telling you which way to go and which way to distribute, when that's down, you have to be extremely careful. So now they're having to go to this mode, and I'm sure it's going to be very difficult, which again is why they're now telling the hospitals, hey, go to your critical shortage protocols because we don't know how long this is going to take. So we do know that blood centers in other areas of the country are rushing to help and going to be sending things directly with the hospitals. So that's awesome that we at least live in a country where there's that procedure, and that's something to think about in your business. If your systems went down, do you have a partner? Do you have a backup plan? And I'm not talking about backing up your data somewhere else. I'm just talking about a plan. How do you contact your clients? How do you continue to take care of your clients? Is there maybe a friendly competitor where you can just shift them to say, hey, look, we're having an issue right now, but go here. They're going to take care of you. Right now, I think it's like I mentioned, it's over 300 hospitals in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, according to their website that they service, and they have a fleet of about 250 big red buses all around. So I would imagine that even those big red buses are just kind of standstill because everything is in the computer, right? Your calendar, the shifts, the workers. It's unfortunate. And again, these cyber criminals, this is one thing I always tell our clients is that, these cyber criminals, they don't care. They don't care if you're a children's hospital. They don't care if you're a blood donor, bank hospital, or a center. They don't care. All they want to know is that you have green in your bank account. And in this case, with a ransomware, typically now what happens is that they're going to ask for some type of money. They're going to say, look, we have your files. You need to pay up in order for us to unlock your files. Now, many times you'll have these places have very good backup systems, so they can. We don't care. You have our data. It doesn't matter. Now, in this case, it's a blood center, so it kind of matters because you have patients' information, you have HIPAA laws and things like that. But generally speaking, a lot of times you'll get organizations that says, "All right, you got the data, whatever, but we're not going to pay you the ransomware because we have the data, or maybe even on principle." So the interesting thing with that, though, is that even if you do that, what the ransomware crooks, the hackers, the bad guys, the threat actors, what they're now going to say is, okay, you don't want to give us money that we're asking for. You know what we're going to do? We're going to sell the information. How about that? We're going to now take all of this information that we have and we're going to sell it to the dark web. We're going to sell the patient's information, people that donated, maybe donors. Right? We don't know what they have, but whatever it is, they're going to now sell it. So that's also a possibility. So that's kind of why you want to. I'm not saying you should pay the ransomware, but as a business owner, you may want to consider. You know what? I may have to pay the ransomware because I can't afford to have my client's information out there. In addition, just to being bad practices, right? You don't want donor information and patient information out there, but there's lawsuits that can also happen with that too, because now what's going to happen is identity theft. You could have people's names, social security numbers, driver license information. There's a lot of things that you can have. So that's something else to take account. So that's kind of what we know so far. Again, it's really unfortunate because this is one of the good guys. This is an organization. I think since 2012 they were they've been founded. So it's really unfortunate that this is happening to them. However, now you as a business owner, this is a lesson learned for you, right? So when you find out, God forbid, that you have some type of ransomware attack, where's your procedures as far as what you should do when there's a ransomware attack, right? Let's just say your IT guy is on vacation, right? Summertime. Let's just say he's not available. Does your staff know, or it happens 3 a.m. and the night shift? Do they know what to do? Do they know who to call? Do they know what to unplug, what to disconnect? That's all about preparing. And then from there, of course, are you testing your backups? Are you making sure that you have a air sealed tight backup? And what that means is that even if the hackers has your information, they can't go into your backup system. I've seen it many times where it's the same password being used for the server and the backup. It's the same login. So it's really, really cool. It's really, really not cool, but it's really bad. So we also see Michael Jean. Thank you so much for participating. Michael Jean on LinkedIn says, I wonder what's on the documents you sign when you give blood. Wonder what they'll all be liable for. So that's a good point, Michael. Thank you always for commenting on our shows. So I don't want to speculate because we don't know the details. We don't know which server they got access to or which computers, because again, many times it could just be a few systems, but at a precaution, they just take everything down. But generally speaking, when you give blood, name, address, any personal identifiable information, phone number, email, which is all really important, right? All these things. Think about all the hacks that's happened on the cell phones, and then now you're getting text messages and stuff like that. So it's really bad because the bad guys use that. They use that to progress on their cyber crimes. So we'll continue to monitor this, but I just wanted to kind of just be ahead on this. And of course, we also want to be careful because been if you as an individual, your information is now on the dark web and it's being sold by hackers. Hackers are selling your information. What they can now do is that they can now act as if they are a company like OneBlood. So let me give you an example. Hypothetically speaking, the list of all of the people that donated blood is now on sale. The bad guys have it. They have your name, they have your email, they have your phone number. We had talked about earlier in the show how you usually see these buses in front of supermarkets or movie theaters, or they're giving two free tickets. So now just imagine they have your email address, they have your phone number, they know you donated blood or you have something to do with that. They can now create another email. So instead of OneBlood with two O's.org, they can now create OneBlood with three O's, or instead of an O, a zero. Something very small that you're not going to be able to notify to see. And then they send you an email and they say, hey, Michael, hey, thanks for being a previous blood donor. We thank you so much. We got an amazing sponsor with AMC theaters, and now they're wanting to give you two free movie tickets just because you donated in the past. You're going to be like, wow, that's pretty good, right? Not only did I get the first two free movie tickets when I donated blood, I just got an email for another two. And then what they do, okay, click on the link, right? You click on the link. It looks like it's a legit, thing. Boom, boom, boom. And what they're going to want to do is they're going to say your name, they're going to say your email address, and they may even say something like, hey, Michael, we just need to verify that it's you. Go ahead and scan your driver license. They may even say, we just need to verify your social. Now, hopefully you will say, well, why does someone need my social? But believe it or not, they wouldn't be asking if it wasn't, if people weren't falling for it. So now they got your name, email address, phone number, social. They may even say, we're going to wire you $25 so that way you can just use it in whatever you want. We're going to Zelle you the information. Give us your ACH information. Give us your bank routing information. There's all type of scams that once people, the bad guys get your information, they're going to do. And keeping in mind that this is a billion-dollar industry, cybersecurity, as far as the bad guys. We just reported, who was it, for a Fortune, I think it was a Fortune 10 company or Fortune 50 company, just paid the largest cyber attack. They paid $75 million. It hasn't been, well, they believe they know who it is, but it's not confirmed, so I won't repeat that part. But they did just see that a $75 million ransomware payment was paid back, earlier this month. We're here in July 2024. So they wouldn't be doing all this if there wasn't money there. So thank you so much. Let's see here, Michael, I'm going to show yours again. You said, right, if this is the case, many people will want to generally give the information right away, especially when it's from a trusted source. Or they could even say, we've got, only 100 movie tickets, and the first 100 people you can now go ahead and get the free movie ticket. So, I mean, these hackers, in addition to just using ChatGPT and just saying, give me creative ways to give out movie tickets, I mean, they're pretty smart people. So thank you so much, and we'll keep you updated on this. If we can provide any type of cybersecurity consultation, please reach out. Arcsolvers.com. You can call us at 786-664-8275. And as soon as we hear more information, we'll let you know. Tomorrow, I have my podcast on Security Squawk, SQUAWK. So we'll also be giving some updates on there. All right. Take care. Bye bye.